Hey, what's up guys? My name is Edward Ornelas. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be asking the question, will Bitcoin hit $20,000 again? All right, because I know that's a question that a lot of people have on their minds. And so today we're going to try to cover it to the best of my ability. So let's get right into the video. I think right now Bitcoin's probability of going to 20,000 depends on what it's doing right now. In fact, it depends as of if it's going to consolidate or end up dropping at its current price right now. So let's get into some technical analysis from today and we'll go from there. So from right now, as of yesterday, we did end up seeing this falling wedge when we finally broke out of it yesterday, actually. And the reason why we broke out of it was because we finally had touched down on the 200 exponential moving average. If you guys watch any of my live streams for the past couple of days, you guys will know that I talked about how Bitcoin has a huge probability of remaining above this 200 exponential moving average. Reason I say that is because for the past couple of months now, since back in February, Bitcoin has been reverting back to this exponential moving average for the past couple of times. Every single time there's a pullback. You can see right here, we did this back in May, also of course in June. And the first time we actually touched down on the 200 exponential moving average was back in February. And since the start of I'd argue the bull run, we've had to revert back to this support structure. And so right now, as long as we do, in my opinion, have a strong probability of going to 20,000, as long as we maintain this support structure, this little blue line throughout the entire run, okay? So as long as we maintain above this 200 exponential moving average on the 4-hourly, right, on the 4-hour, we do have a probability of going to $20,000 again. But the question remains, when will we do so? Well, first and foremost, I don't think we'll necessarily go, to $20,000 perhaps in this week, in my opinion. I think it will have to be probably within the next couple of weeks or so. Again, if we do maintain above this. So in the short term, what I see right now is that we will most likely end up reverting back down towards that 200 exponential moving average to retest it one more time. All right, so something like this, where we end up going back down, dropping into this support structure, and then we end up actually breaking out. All right. The reason I say that is because for the past couple of times, we have actually touched down on this support structure multiple times. It wasn't just a one-time deal and then we end up making new highs. So I do think that is very probable that we will end up reverting back down towards $10,200 or so, and then end up seeing a breakout towards 12,000, 13,000 or so at that point. So at least that's what we would hope for. It could very well, again, also just break out from its current position. Although you can see right now, there's a lot of rejection going on right off of this resistance structure, okay? And so when there's a lot of resistance like that, it usually signifies that it's very likely we'll end up seeing a pullback first, and then we'll end up pushing towards the upside. So if we draw our trend lines once again, let's do that right here, right now. You can see we already broke out of its falling wedge. Now we just have to break out of this flagging pattern, right? This flagging wedge. So very likely we'll end up touching down right here, and then we'll end up seeing a push towards the upside. What I would hope for in the event that we do end up breaking above this wedge right here is that we close above the $13,000 resistance structure, which we have yet to do on the weekly time frame actually, or even on the daily. As of right now, that 13,000 resistance structure is going to be a trouble, because that is our next, in my opinion, next real resistance before we end up actually touching towards 17,000. And then once we cross the 17,000, we have 20,000. So as of right now, these are the 3 resistance levels that I'm looking for. So it's very likely we'll end up doing something like this, where we end up most likely trying to flag, right? Where we're into flagging, seeing some more consolidation, push up to 13,000. So maybe perhaps something like this. We end up consolidating a little bit, and then maybe push up to 17,000 and then 20,000 at that point. And then if history repeats itself, it is very, very likely that we will end up maybe seeing some consolidation on resistance, okay? And that right there, if we were to see a consolidation on its resistance structure, that would be very bullish, because at that point, it means that a lot of people are actually accumulating Bitcoin, even at that current price. And the last time we actually ended up doing this was not too long ago. It was back in 2016. You can see right here, we were pretty dang close to reaching its all-time high, and we did have some consolidation on its $500, $600 range right there. So it is also very likely that Bitcoin could even just range at this zone right here, right? So we could be at $13,000 to $10,000 for a very extended period of time, okay? And that would be my next second scenario, okay? So in the event that we don't end up breaking above and closing above 13,000, it is very likely, that if, again, let's draw our falling wedge, something like this, right? Falling wedge. Let's draw our flag. All right, so I hope you guys can see and catch up. Essentially, though, if we end up falling back and then retesting that high, and we don't end up closing above 13,000 or 14,000 for that matter, it is very likely at that point we would double top. As you guys know, double top patterns tend to be bearish resistance structures, okay? So at that point, it is also very likely that if we were to resist that, we end up consolidating and dropping quite a bit, and perhaps end up flagging for extended period of time. You're probably saying, well, what would that do for the market? Personally, I think that actually would be kind of bullish, because that means that one, we're still accumulating even at this zone right here, and two, that would actually affect the altcoin markets, okay? As right now, Bitcoin still holds majority dominance. And so maybe perhaps a consolidation like that for an extended period of time would allow for the dominance for Bitcoin to perhaps decrease. And then that would end up in return hopping on over to the altcoin dominance. Because as you guys can see right now, let's zoom in out on the weekly charts. We can see right now our dominance is at its lowest peak that we've had since back in December of 2017. Okay, so we're nearing those levels that we had when altcoins were getting ready to pop towards the upside the last time we had an altcoin rally, right? That's closer around the 36 to even lows around 33 that we had back in December 2017. So it is very likely, that we could even see, some consolidation on Bitcoin, and that in return will allow, for dominance to increase for the altcoin markets. Because I don't know if you guys have been catching up. It's very likely that you have. Majority of these altcoins, right? Let's look at some of the majors. In fact, let's go back to our list. So if we go back to let's say, for example, Ethereum. Okay, I think I passed it. A, B, C, D, E. Here we go. I need to learn my alphabet, guys. But as you guys can see right here, while Bitcoin has been on this huge, tremendous run, a lot of these altcoins, including majors like Ethereum, have been suffering quite a bit. In fact, they're still pretty much at their lows in Bitcoin comparatives from December of this past year. And so they definitely need to see a huge growth in price action. And for them to catch up to even close to where Bitcoin's at right now, they do need to make strides of over almost 300%, 400%. But that will not happen until, I guess, Bitcoin ends up cooling off, okay? And it isn't just Ethereum, for that matter. I've been talking about this for a while. There's also coins like the XRP, even ZRX, right? These Coinbase coins, maybe some other majors like the TRX as well. TRX has also been seeing a huge drop in price action as well, mainly because Bitcoin has seen a huge rise. So again, going back to Bitcoin, the question remains, will we go to 20,000? Well, for the meantime, the levels to watch out for is this right here, just draw out your falling wedges. And then from that point, draw out your flagging wedge, right? So from current resistance structure. And what you want to look out for is to see a possible retracement down towards $10,200 or so, or just $10,000. And then to see if, we end up breaking above and going to 13,000. If we do close above 13,000 within the next perhaps week or so, we do have a strong probability of going to 20,000. But if we don't close above 13,000, then there's a very likely chance that we could end up dropping and seeing some large consolidation. And it could be a little while before we do end up seeing $20,000 again. In the long term, though, if you are patient, like I said, we do have that probability of, you know, consolidating right here for an extended period of time. And if you are patient, you know, and if, you know, past trends do, you know, repeat themselves, then we do again have that probability of going to 20,000. So it's just a matter of when, not so much if, right? So hope you guys enjoy this quick little video. You know, I apologize for not going live today. I just have a few things to do today, so it was just a lot easier for me to just upload this video. And then tomorrow, though, I will be going live. So if you guys do like my live streams, again, stay tuned for tomorrow morning. I will be going live. And for those of you just joining me today, I would appreciate you guys if you guys do like this video and subscribe if you guys do like this content as well. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.